Welcome back to Man-Child Motorsports. This is Papa Pugsley here. We're here for part 2 of episode 3 of the Garage Wars. Here's a recap of where we stood after the first half of episode 3. You had Shady Valley Racing is in the lead with 11 points. You got a couple different teams at 9 and everybody else is falling behind there, so we'll see what today's brings. The final standings you can see there, Puff Racing is really far ahead of everybody at 77. We'll see how if anybody starts catching up today. So here's today's brackets. Starting in round 2, we're going to have Lily Triz against AJ, Juicy J against Scotty, Mrs. Triz is going up against Tweaky Jake. We also have a guest commentator today here, so you'll be meeting my grandson. It's Jelly Legs. So make sure you give him some good comments down below about how we did commentating here. So here's a reminder of who's driving what cars, and then we'll get into some racing. Here's a reminder of what we got for the top 10. So you got to get better than a 4.8143. Okay, for the first race, we got Lily Triz on the inside, AJ's on the outside. Staying together pretty tight. AJ's trying to make a pass, can't do it. Lily Triz is in for the win, 5.4856. So that's one win for Lily Triz. Let's go to the next race.
It looks like AJ's in the inside and Lily's in the outside. It looks like something happened to Lily. AJ's on his own. It looks like AJ wins at 5.2666. It looks like Lily is on her lid next to the pond. It looks like they were tied.
Okay, AJ's on the inside. He has a faster time. Lily's on the outside. Staying pretty close, coming all the way down. Looks like AJ's going to be in for the win, 4.9009. So that's 2 wins for AJ. He'll be moving on.
It looks like Juicy J's in the inside and Scotty's in the outside. Scotty tried to pass, but he wasn't able to. Juicy J wins. That is 1 win for Juicy J.
Scotty's on the inside, Juicy J's on the outside. So Scotty's pulling away, spun around backwards, coming down the back straightaway. Scotty's going to win with a 5.1746. They're all tied up now, 1 win apiece.
Juicy J's in the inside because he got the fastest lap, and Scotty's in the outside. And Juicy J takes the win. Juicy J moves on with 2 wins.
Okay, we got Mrs. Triz on the inside, Tweaky Jake's on the outside. Mrs. Triz is pulling away pretty good from Tweaky Jake, and Mrs. Triz is going to take the win, 4.8790. That's 1 win for Mrs. Triz.
We have Jake in the inside and Mrs. Triz in the outside. Jake takes the win. 1 win apiece.
Mrs. Triz with the fastest lap on the inside, Tweaky's on the outside. It looks like Mrs. Triz is going to be in 4.8685. So that's 2 wins for Mrs. Triz. She'll be moving on. Okay, our next round is going to have AJ up against Juicy J, and Mrs. Triz will get the wheel spin to find out who her opponent is. So it looks like it'll be Nickel going up against Mrs. Triz with a comeback on the spin. Okay, we start with AJ on the inside, Juicy J's on the outside. Looks like AJ's keeping the lead coming all the way down through, and he's in for the win. 5.1721. AJ's going to take the first win.
Juicy J is in the inside and AJ's in the outside. Juicy J made a win. AJ tipped in the corner. They are tied.
Got AJ on the inside, Juicy J will be on the outside this time. Down, AJ's got a lead there. Looks like Juicy J might have some problems. AJ's in for the win, 5.6381. Where has Juicy J at? There he is, there by Cliff Corner. Didn't make it down. So AJ advances to 2 wins.
Mrs. Triz is in the inside and Nickel's in the outside. Mrs. Triz has made the win. That is 1 win for Mrs. Triz.
Now we have Nickel on the inside, Mrs. Triz will be on the outside. Mrs. Triz got sideways there a little bit. Nickel's going to come in and take the win, 5.6153. That's 1 win apiece now.
For the third race, Mrs. Triz in the inside and Nickel's in the outside. With a big lead, Mrs. Triz makes the win. Mrs. Triz makes it to the finals. For the final, we have AJ versus Mrs. Triz. Let's see who wins.
We're starting off with AJ on the inside, Mrs. Triz on the outside. Staying right there, Mrs. Triz is trying to get around, but can't get around AJ. AJ takes the win, 5.2023. That's 1 win for AJ.
Mrs. Triz is on the inside and AJ's on the outside. Mrs. Triz has taken down AJ. That is a win for Mrs. Triz.
Mrs. Triz is going to start off on the inside, AJ's on the outside. Looks like AJ's going to spin out, Mrs. Triz is in by herself, 5.2446. That's 2 wins for Mrs. Triz.
AJ's in the inside and Mrs. Triz is in the outside. AJ has taken the win. All tied up, going to the 5th race.
Okay, Mrs. Triz is on the inside for the last race, AJ's on the outside. So Mrs. Triz is pulling away. Mrs. Triz takes the win. Alright, that's 3 wins for Mrs. Triz. She takes the championship. And here is your winner, Mrs. Triz. Alright, there's the final standings of Mrs. Triz as your winner. Let's take a look at the points. Here's the final point standings for episode 3. So it looks like Shady Valley's going to win this episode with 32 points. Scalfero's behind with 23 points. Look where Man-Child Motorsports was, a whopping 6 points this week. So Puff Racing's Twiggy Jake had a 2-point bonus for the fastest lap of the week. Okay, for the overall standings, we still got Puff Racing in the lead with 88 points, but you do have Shady Valley coming up with 66 points, so they're starting to gain on them. Thanks for watching today's episode. Make sure you comment on Joey Legg's commentary, and make sure you like and
subscribe.